You know what, Kobe?
What's that, Barry?
This better be the last time I see your butthole tonight.
I laughed that hard during the movie.
What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
And this is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This.
Theme music.
Welcome to a special episode. Because I totally forgot there was 5 Sundays this month.
So this is our Halloween special.
Right, coming out Halloween Day.
Yeah.
And we brought to you a special, like, it's a mixture, right? This almost feels like one of those horror films that you can show like 10 to 13-year-olds. But, you know, it has enough potty humor for adults.
Right.
And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, because from that quote, it's a very ambiguous quote, we're talking about 2019's Snatchers. And so before we get to talking about it, because this movie is only like an hour and 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Almost like a Full House runtime. We're gonna give you I'm gonna give you the trailer for this if I wrote it. If you have sex, you'll get pregnant and possibly die. Especially when an insecure teenager succumbs to the peer pressures of a popular boy and allows him to roam around her lobby but never take the elevator up as he finishes faster than Usain Bolt can even get on the track. Will they be able to fight the dangers of teenage pregnancy, or will purple mist from a penis artifact take over the world before they can stop it? This is 2019's Snatchers. This movie, I picked it on a whim. I was like, all right, let's talk about something that neither of us have ever seen.
Right. I had never even heard of this.
Yeah, this...
And then I went into it blind. Like, didn't watch a trailer, nothing. I saw the movie poster. I was like, I'm in. Movie starts.
Well, yeah, because it looks pretty badass, right? The movie poster has one of those posters that you're like, oh, I want to watch that. That looks like a fun movie.
Right.
And
good marketing poster, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's very reminiscent of those like very comedic horror films like Shaun of the Dead. What's it called? The Boy Scout zombie movie. I forgot what it was called.
Was it the Boy Scout handbook to
the zombie apocalypse?
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah.
So it hits a lot of those things because especially I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know if we've told you enough, but me and Colby are old, and we used to pick movies off of just movie poster and the very brief synopsis they would have in the back.
Right, like what you just read us is like what we have to decide what this movie's going to be about from.
Only like in parentheses, it would have the actors' names in it.
Yeah, and possibly like. You know, Sarah from the James Bond movie,
yeah.
You know, or whatever.
Yeah, so this movie is I think it's PG-13. You know, there's a couple of things I want to talk about after we talk about the movie that I felt like it would have made this movie so much. Oh, this is rated R. I'm kind of upset now. Not upset, but
there's blood
disappointed.
and there's one sex scene. So yeah, that pushes it. I mean, like PG used to show like boobs and have like you were allowed to like 30 cuss words. No, not anymore. Now.
Oh man, what a great time the 80s were. 80s and the 70s. I think there was a Disney film that was PG that had tits in it, and I was like, oh, Disney, anti-Semite and nudist.
Yep.
No, but now I'm kind of like sad that this was rated R because, well, here, let's talk about the movie. That way we can really dive into the things that we thought about this movie. And so we are following, I believe her name is, Sarah. Sarah, we started off in a classroom, and she is very, you could see that she's a part of the popular girls.
Yeah.
As, they're sitting in the back, and we have shitty dialogue. No, so like, I just
Valley Girl talk.
Yeah, I just came out with a video about 16 Candles, and I mentioned in there that it sounds like the person who wrote this movie does not know absolutely how teenagers talk.
Oh, yes.
And
yep.
And besides Haley, the best friend,
yeah,
who delivers her lines pretty naturally. Like I was like, I could see her talking like that.
Like, so it sounds dumb. It's like we haven't got to her. She reminds me of like Maya Rudolph from like Saturday Night Live, like to the point where I had to like.
Is that her daughter?
Maybe they're related. I have to look this up.
No, but yeah, she has a very great comedic timing. She has something natural about her, and so I felt like she was the best part of the movie for me. But yeah, we get started with Sarah. We see that she's a part of the Popular Girl Squad. We quickly established that she used to be friends with Haley.
Right.
And her friends are like, oh, you guys used to play D&D together. And then she's like, no, it was Magic. And I was like, oh, say it. But they didn't want to pay Hasbro that money.
Yeah.
Because apparently Sarah and Haley used to be the hot girls at the card shop playing Magic the Gathering. Who, let's be honest, right? If I was a teenager and a girl like Haley came in, already like was honey to the bees.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, we really follow Sarah. We see that she has an infatuation with Skylar, who the whole movie I was getting very confused because I thought Skylar was one of the other girls. And Skylar is just one of those unisex names that white people use, like Ashley.
Right.
Like, I think there was like one guy from a boy band named Ashley.
Yeah. I actually, like, the first couple Skylars I knew were guys, so my head kind of made it more of a guy name. But then once I met a girl named Skylar, I was like, no, this was a girl's name.
Yeah, see, I would say the same. When I was 18, I used to work for a daycare, and I had like a couple girls named Skylar. And so when someone told me, I was like, oh no, it's a unisex name. I was like, no.
Right.
But no, so Sarah's was with Skylar before summer vacation.
Yep.
But he broke up with her because Sarah didn't want to put out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, every Sarah I know puts out. I hope my cousin never hears this because she's so Sarah. Oh man, no, and so obviously, like, one of her friends, Kiana, who is the I guess the head of this girl squad,
right,
is also interested in Skylar.
So at this point, it's a little like watching Mean Girls.
Yeah, very Mean Girls like.
Yeah,
like a cheap version. Like if Tina Fey didn't write this, it was like Tina Fey's PA.
Yeah,
she's like, "Hey Tina, I have a pitch to give to you. It's like Mean Girls, but with critters." No, and so so Sarah gets home. We get introduced to her very cool mom. Very hot. I mean, at this point, she's only 30, from what we surmise from the movie. Oh,
you're right.
She's 3 years younger than me. See, and then like at that point, I'm like, there's only 3 more years to go. I could get with her, and then she'd be out the house. No. But what we learned from Sarah's mom is that she's actually going back to school, which is great. You're never too old to learn.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Education's never wasted.
And then so Sarah decides, I'm going to get back with Skylar. And so I'm going to doll myself up. And then I'm going to go to his house.
Yep.
And so she's like, "Hey, Skylar, I'm ready." Which, like, I've, never happens.
Yeah.
The one time that it did, I was so, what's it called, like flabbergasted. I was so like shocked. I was like, "Oh, I should probably go clean. I have to leave." This was when I was working at a pretzel shop here in Vegas, and you get to just talking to your coworkers when it's low.
Right.
And so one of the girls was like, "Oh, I always wanted to do it at work," and I was like, and as a joke, I was like, there's a bathroom in the back. There's no one here right now. She's like, "Let's go," and then she starts walking towards, like, "No, I have to make pretzels."
Who's gonna watch the register?
Yeah. But then, then again, I wasn't a popular guy like Skylar.
Right.
The dyslexic guy who gets to have a special treatment and do video essays instead of writing them down. And so they have sex. Skylar looks like it's a very painful situation for him, though.
Right. And it lasts about 8 seconds.
And so Sarah's like, "Oh, yes, that was great for me." But then she goes home, and we get to the next day, and she feels like a little bit more womanly. She's walking around the hallway in this very flowery dress. And, she runs into Skylar, and they're hugging. And as they're about to kiss, Sarah just yaks.
Projectile vomit.
Yeah, it's very Exorcist-ish. And so I believe we go, like, she goes home, and she goes to sleep. And then
she goes home, and before she goes home, she's cleaning up in the bathroom, and her friend makes the joke, "Well, maybe you're pregnant." And so she goes home and she takes a test.
Oh, and it has a unhappy face, which I don't believe.
So, like, going to bed, there's like no response on it. So she's like, "Oh, thank goodness, no happy face means I am not pregnant."
Right.
And then she throws the little stick in the trash, and you see, like, the unhappy face come onto it.
Oh, and then, so when she wakes up, she's, like 9 months pregnant.
Yep.
Very species-like.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, right? And so she freaks out, but she doesn't know who to go to. She's probably been sheltered all her life, especially like her friends. She's friends with Haley. They've probably been like good girls for the most part, and so now that she's this popular girl and she's made fun of Haley, as we saw from the first scene,
right? Yep.
She wants to keep up appearances.
Yeah, so she can't really like be telling the popular girls that
she's magically 9 months pregnant.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to tell her mom because her mom's overbearing.
She's scared to death to tell Skylar because she doesn't want him to leave.
Wow. Like, I never had a daughter. I don't know if you're like, yep, that's exactly how like, that's exactly how they act with your arms crossed and your cat in your lap.
A little, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, oh, man, it made me so mad, and it's probably because I'm from an Asian background where like we beat our kids. No, we still believe in spanking. That's all I'm saying. I could never really picture that, right? But so she goes to Haley, her old best friend, and I was like, "How dare you? How dare you come to me with a problem, you bitch!" And that's Haley's attitude for the most part,
right?
Right, because she's like, "Why are you here? Like, you ditched me sophomore year. Why are you coming to me here with your problems?" And Sarah's just like emotionally dumping on her.
Yeah.
And so she's like, "Fine, like maybe like let's go to an abortion clinic."
Right. Yes. Yeah.
So they go to an abortion clinic, and the doctor's like, "Oh, someone's 9 months pregnant," and she's like, "No, I just had sex yesterday, and I'm a
right,
day
yeah.
pregnant."
How far along do you think you are? A day?
She's like, "No." And so the nurse is checking. She puts that goo on her stomach. Is doing a sonogram.
Sonogram. Yep.
Right. And she's like, "Oh my god!" So she goes out. a doctor comes in and she's like, "Oh, how far along are you?"
And at that point, it looks like the water is broken.
Oh yeah, she's pissing all over the place.
Yeah, and so the doctor's like, forget the ultra or the sonogram. Like she's getting ready to deliver. Look, she's going into labor.
Yep. And as this doctor is getting ready to inspect,
yes,
this is where all the chaos ensues. Because I don't even know what to call this creature. This Mayan parasite, shoots out and starts taking over people
at rocket speed.
Yeah, why is it so fast?
What does she call it later? Her coochie cannon.
Yeah. It just reminded me of, like, you know when you watch a horse get born, it just comes out running.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. And so we have this coochie monster, this snatcher, I guess.
Yes.
Call it, and it's killing people and it's taking over people by inserting their stinger into their spinal cord.
Yeah, because it's a little bit like a spider. It's kind of got like a scorpion tail, and it can, like, if it grabs you and stings you in the back of the neck, it can kind of control you.
Yeah, and it's going all over the place, and
super fast.
Yeah, and it still needs something out of Sarah.
Right.
It seems like, because throughout this movie, it constantly is chasing her.
Right, but not it's like it a couple times seems like it has the opportunity to kill her, like it's killed everybody else, but it doesn't. It's just chasing her.
Yeah, and I think that's because it needs the host to still be alive when it pulls out.
Right. At this point, I was a little bit thinking, I don't know if anybody has seen the movie Bad Milo.
Oh, yeah.
With the turd monster. And the turd monster comes out and attacks things. But then when it's scared, it wants to go back in to the guy and hide. And that's why I was thinking like it was chasing her, because it wanted to go back in, because that was going to be like its little koala pouch.
Wait, wasn't Bad Milo, wasn't it like a what's it called, not a turd, but it's that uncomfortable thing that you get in your asshole sometimes if you stress too hard?
A hemorrhoid?
Yeah, I thought it was like a hemorrhoid monster.
No, I thought it was a turd.
I think it was for some reason in my mind I was like, that's a hemorrhoid monster. And so but we don't get to really know that until later on. But Haley is very adamant about trying to talk to Skylar, because like that's where she got it from.
Right.
I don't know if this movie is supposed to be an allegory about STDs, but
right, because Haley's like, well, if he went to Mexico and then he came back and then now this, he's got to know something, because he obviously gave it to you.
Exactly, right? But then Sarah's like very adamant, saying like, no, he can't ever find out.
Yeah.
He's not going to want me anymore. I think Nick Kroll does that voice the best when he's doing the Bad Mouth show.
Yep.
With that blonde girl. It's like, oh my God. Yeah, like, I don't know if it's messed up to say, but that's just how all teenage girls sound like to me.
Right, yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, any girl under 24 kind of sounds like that too. Only when they're like complaining about like just nonsense. Everything else is like, obviously you can have intellectual conversations with women,
right,
like over that age or under that age, but it's just, oh man, I'm gonna get so much hate.
Right.
Oh my God. All right, I'm sorry, Teresa. If you ever hear this, I'm sorry. She's gonna ring me out. But yeah, and so throughout this movie, Haley is really just trying to find out or trying to help Sarah throughout this whole time. But Sarah gives so much pushback to Haley. I don't, and we understand why, but it's just, I don't think you're in the position to be such a bitch.
That was the kind of.
But then the cops find the medical center all murdered up.
Yep.
And so they call Sarah's mom. Sarah gets her to go to the. They finally get her into the police station, and they call in.
First they apparently used to be part of the 4-H club, and they knew a guy who helps give like veterinary things and helps animals give birth. So they're like, hey, we can go, because she's still pregnant. She is still appears to be pregnant, even though she's given birth to this little monster.
Yes.
And so they're like, you have another one in there. It must have been twins. So let's go to this guy.
Who they both know.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he will be able, because he's helped animals give birth. So he'll help you be able to give birth to the second half. And and it's basically like, we're going to give birth and like in front of a wood chipper. So if it comes flying out, it'll get crushed.
Which I'm not going to lie, solid plan.
It is. I mean, like, realistically, it's
one thing that I was like questioning though was like, why are these girls hanging out with this old guy?
Well, because they were part of the 4-H club.
What is the 4-H club?
It's like Future Farm Leaders of America kind of thing. Because they're in a more rural area.
Yeah, that makes sense now. Okay.
So it's like a high school club.
Yeah. And so the way that the police were able to track them down is because Haley's car has a low jack on it. And so they've seen that, Haley's car was there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they see it from the papers that got filled out when Sarah checked in.
Oh, right,
and then when they saw Haley is at the barn, so they arrest the barn guy. And they call Sarah's mother, who is just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you've had sex. You're going to ruin your life just like how I did. Oops. Sarah, just be happy that your mom kept you.
Right. And like the mom is like very like serious on like this. What kind of horrible mother am I that you're 9 months pregnant and I haven't noticed? I am just so busy with work and school and I'm not paying attention to you and I'm a terrible person.
Yeah, it's like, man, I think you're taking a little too hard on yourself. I think you're trying your best, okay, as a single mother, right? And it's funny though because I knew a girl back when I was like 18, and I believe she was like 17, 16, and she hid her pregnancy the whole way. And I was like, how did you do it? Because her dad is crazy. He is old school Filipino crazy guy. And so I was just like amazed, and then so it wouldn't surprise me if someone was able to hide it that long, right?
Right.
And so everything's going on at the police station, and then one of the detectives gets killed by the Snatcher.
Yep.
And so all this goes down in the police station, and the what's it called? The farm guy.
Yep.
They break out the farm guy, and he's like, "Go, 100 cc's of that into her uterus."
Right, and it's the birthing.
Like inducer,
and it's at the police station because when they arrested it, he had it on him, so they put it into evidence.
Yeah, and so they're trying to get to evidence, but before they can make it in there, the mom sacrifices herself.
Yep,
like the wonderful mother that she is, for her daughter and Haley to be safe.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they weren't able to use the birthing inducer. Correct. Yeah, and then the Coochie monster, the Snatch monster. Sarah gets knocked out. Yeah, she gets knocked out though, right, Sarah?
Yes.
Yeah, she gets knocked out, and then Haley brings her over to Skylar's house.
Yep.
Because she's like, he needs to help. He's the one that put that inside of you. He needs to help. Skylar freaks out. You don't see it,
but I think she called Skylar because Skylar drives, and Skylar could come pick them up from the police station.
Yeah. And then, Skylar freaks out like any 15-year-old kid would, right?
Right.
But he's also been acting very strange.
Yeah.
He is acting like a sexed crazy.
Yeah, right. Super horny.
Yeah. Just think, if this was in their 20s, this would just be species.
Yep.
And then so they had this huge fight. Skylar dips out. He doesn't even want to try to figure things out. And this is where we have Sarah and Haley have a huge fight, and this is where Haley brings it all to the table. because Sarah's like, oh, you're just mad because I left you because you're this judgy person. And Haley's like, no, you left me. Was it because you're so insecure and you're doing everything to keep this fake world of yours spinning that you're afraid to just be yourself? Yeah, I know who you are, and what you are right now isn't you.
Right. It is the typical teen rom-com movie.
Oh yeah.
Final blowout before the big date.
Oh yeah, and like that was probably like one of the more obviously this movie is ridiculous, right? But that was probably one of the most realistic things that happens because like when you have childhood friends, I don't know how. I think it's much harder for girls who grew up childhood friends than guys, because guys can we can get into the same sports and keep the friendship going that way. Maybe we're not nerdy or whatever, but I think for females it's a little bit harder, especially during those more formative years. Right. And so she's like, Haley just dips apparently, and then Sarah's crying in the bathroom. She finally finds Skylar's laptop right behind a trash bin filled with tissue paper. It's like, dude, come on, man, just throw that out, man. It must smell like bleach in there. And so, but Haley's still outside because she's waiting for her Uber, and she's like, look, my brother, he does tech stuff, we can go to him. And so they drive over, they make up a little bit in that situation. They drive over to the brothers, and he's trying to crack the password. He's like, what is he like? Right. And he's like, it's always some combination of boobs and fart.
It's like boob fart 69. Yeah. Oh, that's it. We're in.
And we go through the video essay that Skylar makes, and we see that, in typical douchebag vlog style, the way that he talks to his father is not any kind of way you could talk to your father in a Filipino family. I'll tell you that right now.
He's kind of like Bam Margera to Phil. Kind of.
Yeah, but then again, Bam Margera was bringing in, at that point, millions of dollars.
That is true. Yeah.
This guy's just doing it for a Spanish essay, which I was like, dude, you're going to have to edit that down, bro. But we see that Skylar breaks a fertility statue from a Mayan civilization and breaks the penis off, and he sticks his face around there.
Right, to pick up the broken penis, like a little pink puff shoots out and hits him in the face.
For a good while when that was happening, I was like, is he gonna suck that penis? I really hope he doesn't. Did that run through your mind? I was like, what's he gonna do to that penis? It's funny, Filipinos have statues like that. It's we call it the barrel man. Okay. Have you seen it before? I feel maybe you have, right? Or maybe you've seen it on decoration. But if you go to a Filipino house, 8 out of 10 times they're gonna have the barrel man in there, and it's just this wooden carving of a man in a barrel. But when you take off the barrel, his dick pops. It's spring loaded, dude. So it's all up in your face. And so this is where we find out that Skylar gets enchanted or something, or just he gets a parasite poison in him. Yep. And so they go to the house where Sarah's friends are having a party. We find out that Skylar is doing Kiana, I believe is her name, the other head girl. Right. And she's like, "You didn't come, did you?" And while all this is happening, one of the officers from the police station actually survived the pencil through the eye. Which, man, good for him. And he was tracking the mom down. We see that there was this huge cocoon that it was building in a gas station. But then before he could do anything, the mom, who is now possessed or being controlled by the parasite, takes it to the party because I guess that's where Skylar is. Yeah. And so, so now we have this huge party monster thing happening.
Because so the monster's attracted to go there because of all the pheromones in the air, because of all the horny drunk teenagers.
Yeah, those horny drunk. It just sounds bad. they excrete so much pheromones. But no, we have Skylar and Sarah, or Sarah and Haley. They gear up, very Edgar Wright, Shaun of the Dead style, where they're putting together all these weapons, and they go into the party like, "Get out! The police are coming." There's aliens. No one's like doing anything. They're like, okay, man, someone's drank a little too much of the jungle juice. But Sarah goes into the bedroom, pulls Skylar off, and he's just like, "Come on, let's do it. We can do it in front of all these people. I love you so much, babe." And I was just like, "Fuck." I know guys like that have definitely. "I love you so much, so we should express ourselves."
Yeah.
But everyone thinks that everyone just pulled out their phone at this point. They're like, "Oh my god, world star, viral!" And then the Snatcher comes out after having sex with the thing that it pulled out of Sarah.
Right,
I forgot about that. Yeah, to mention that.
Yeah, that was a weird, kind of goofy, funny. Yeah. It's like a pug on the back of like a Great Dane, like a Chihuahua humping like a Rottweiler.
Oh yeah, and no, so we have this huge breakout at this party. The monster's killing a whole bunch of teenagers, but after it clears out for the most part, after we have this huge fight, it's really hard to describe this fight like auditory.
Right, yeah, it's basically just this little monster bouncing around.
Killing
people, taking people control of people for short periods of time, and having them kill other kids.
Yeah. So after all that happens, Sarah goes to the basement, sees her mother, like strung up, very alien style.
Yeah, definitely.
But right behind the mom is this huge monster.
Right.
And this is probably the worst part of the film because of the CG that they had to use. I'm pretty sure the practical effects of this would have been way more expensive.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Right. It's different making a little bit larger than your hand-sized puppet to be on the back of somebody's head and control them than it is to make a
practical effects for this.
For a
low-budget movie.
A basement-sized spider.
But Sarah's able to help her mom escape, and they get into a huge fight. Sarah throws this liquid in its mouth, and after it bursts out, it blows up.
Oh, right, because she throws the birthing liquid.
Oh, gross. Oh, she throws the entirety of it.
Yeah.
Not just 100 cc's.
Yep.
Take this 10,000 cc's, bitch. And we end up to the end of the movie. That the Asian girl, the other head girl, Kiana, she's like, "Dad, just stay for another week, a month," because that's a lot of fucking shit to clean up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we get to the end of the film. Everyone's pretty much made up at this point, and that's kind of it.
Right.
Right. Let's go to our
until you get to the post-credit scene.
Wait, was there a post-credit scene? Wait, what happens?
The two guys in black suits with black ties grab Skylar, tape up his mouth, throw him in the back of their car, and drive off.
I did see that. I was like, this movie did not deserve a post-credit scene.
They Men in Blacked it.
There is no sequel coming for this movie. Unless this movie leads into MIB International. I still need to watch that movie. I heard it was not good, but I was like, I gotta watch it. I grew up with Men in Black.
It's entertaining. It's
that's
not
all I need.
Fantastic, but it's
as long as it's entertaining. That's all I need.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our segment before we get to talking about the movie of high star, low star. Colby, where do you want to go for this one?
Always high.
All right.
Carpenter-esque creature feature. A nice throwback creature feature with teens battling gross aliens in a small town with terrific cast. Tremors, Gremlins vibe with plenty of John Carpenter flair. Felt at times like a wild
spectacle, I think.
For Roswell, Smallville, Gilmore Girls.
What?
Adding a nostalgic WB aura to all the teen angst. The choice to set it in 2011 was a bit odd for the mean girl clique partying bits dragged, but the comedic action with the leads in their quest to discover and destroy alien baddies was a blast. For fans of vintage HBO 1980s horror classics like Night of the Comet, Laser Blast, and Fright Night.
I think this is your best friend, Kobe. And then for our low star, we have 2 stars. Probably looks great on paper. I wanted to do 2 stars because the 1 star just said dumb. Admittedly, I did not make it through this movie, so I was not able to watch it all. Then you shouldn't review it, dude.
Right.
I got very bored, and even though I paid money to rent it, I decided to watch something else. But I do think other people will enjoy it if they were fans of very campy movies. I was hoping for something a little more like the indie Irish film Grabbers. It's a good film.
It is, yeah.
At least this guy is a man of culture. I mean, his name is Boom Shakalaka. Because it's both scary and funny. This isn't scary at all, but maybe that's just me. I appreciate how hard it is to make a film, so props for getting this made to the cast and the crew. If you want something campy and not scary with a high school feel, then you will eat this up. Which, I mean, yeah, it's a decent way to end it. He didn't completely shit on the people who made this film.
Right. That was not written by a Karen.
Yeah, this movie just wasn't for him.
Yeah.
Or her. Or they.
Oh, that's right. It is Boom Shakalaka.
All right, Kobe. So, one thing I do want to say is I could forgive a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
I could forgive shitty dialogue. I could forgive the CG. I understand it. The one thing that I cannot forgive is someone comparing this to John Carpenter. All right. The only reason I say this is because The Thing, made in 1984?
Right.
Great practical effects of body horror in 1984.
Right.
This came out in 2019. We missed a lot out on body horror imagery. That's why I was just like, oh, I understand. She's depicted as a teenager, but there could have been a lot of like really gross stuff that could have happened with this.
Right. So like I think what Robert Corman is that the
special effects guy?
But he's made a bunch of movies, but yeah, usually does sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been a better, because a lot of his stuff is a little campy.
Yeah. Oh, I think I spelled his name wrong. Yeah, definitely Robert Corman. But yeah, definitely he has like a lot of monster creature features in his things, and also a movie called The Fast and the Furious. I wonder if that has Vin Diesel in it as a baby. Just kidding. No, yeah, I think that's the one thing that I feel like this would have went up one rank for me, is if we had a lot of really awesome practical effects, a lot of body horror imagery.
Yeah, because there's a lot of deaths, but it's a lot of it where it's like you see what's gonna happen, and then it pans away, and then you see like a blood splatter. It's like, I mean, it's a way to certainly save money, and give you the. Hopefully, your imagination fills in the spot that they couldn't afford to.
But they do it so much. I think they could have lessened the amounts of deaths, and then just really boost up the quality for the deaths they could afford.
Right. And
I think one thing they missed out too is a gross way of this monster to be a parasite. Even yoga hosers had it where it was just like, oh, that's gross. Where it jumps up, like those are, what's it called, brat Nazis?
Yeah.
Would jump up the butt, and then you could see it crawl into you through the skin. I was like, oh, that's horrifying.
I actually did think about that movie while I was watching this.
And I think the reason why they did that is because they wanted to show like, oh, look at this cute snatcher creature, and it wasn't even ugly cute.
Right.
Colby, what are like some of the good things that you took away from this film?
I feel like there was great comic timing on a lot of this. Like I said, like I felt like it was like a Maya Rudolph, like she's got great comic timing, and this girl did as well. Like it felt like that was just like like the butthole.
Yeah, she did have probably the best lines and the best line delivery in this movie.
And it was like it was a realistic relationship between the two of them. Like they had great chemistry with each other. Like it felt like they had worked together before, or it felt like they were actually friends outside the movie. Like,
yeah, I think that happens a lot. Like if you're on set with somebody, you typically want to get along with them, and you're around the same age. So
yeah.
One of the only other things I was kind of sad about is that they didn't make any Magic the Gathering references. You know, like
they could have made little.
They could have been like, "Oh man, that was like a giant growth."
When we first saw the monster, I thought it did kind of look like Thought Leech from Magic.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, there's like a couple of things that could have thrown in there. That's like, oh, you're not gonna get hit with a copyright strike with that. You'd be like, oh man, don't forget to, what's it called? Is it yeah? Oh, Skylar should get negated from this conversation. Yeah, I think there's a lot of misses on this, which kind of made me sad because I liked it. It's like this very great in between horror film that you could show like younger kids typically.
Yeah, depending on the maturity of the younger kids. Yes.
Yeah. Like
I definitely, you have like a group of like 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
They would have thought this movie was hilarious and scary, but not so scary that they're having nightmares.
Oh yeah, they'd have been like, oh my gosh. To start calling their boyfriends little crotch monsters and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it's for preteen. I think it's a great movie for preteens where it's not scary to me at all. Maybe the scary part is like, oh yeah, that's exactly what'll happen if you have underage sex. But yeah, it's fun. I like all the dirty jokes that they did have in this film.
Right.
But like I said, I thought it was a PG-13 because it's very minimal as far as like the sex scene wasn't too
right,
graphic.
Because they probably could show this on like Sci-Fi Channel on like one of their like Halloween horror movies.
Yeah,
and with minimalist of editing.
Yeah, there's I think I've seen worse sex scenes on national TV.
Right.
a little bit of boob. This, because I'm gonna tell you right now, this is definitely not your 80s slasher or creature flick where there's, girls that are like 25 playing 17-year-olds.
Yeah,
with their tits out. It's no, but yeah, I did like the dynamic between Sarah and Haley. Yeah, like you said, it felt very realistic on how two friends who have grown apart would come back together and bicker for a good amount of the movie.
Right, yeah.
Before they're able to play out all their cards. Because I think and then Haley or Sarah realizes, like, all your friends right now, they're just superficial.
Right. And it plays well into the high school thing, because there's a lot of that where you're in high school and your friends are superficial, but they're the ones that hanging out are going to make you look better. So you go with that shallow friendship rather than a deep one just to for the heirs.
Yeah, exactly. You know, because I mean, I definitely had friends like that in high school.
Oh,
like, you know,
right.
If I see them around, I'm friendly. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Like, oh yeah, we should get together sometime, knowing full well you'll never get together. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you also have those friends that are like, oh man, that's my best man. You know, oh, you have to come to my wedding type of friends, or
your ride or die.
Yeah, you know, you're like, oh, my girl just gave birth. You should come to see the kid right away.
Yeah,
exactly. Those are the type of friends that you really want to aim for.
Right.
But like I said, I think it's much harder for women to keep that than it is for guys. I feel like.
Right.
And that's just me. That's just me saying that. You know, if you want to condemn me in the comment section on our Facebook, you can, because
yeah, but I feel like yeah, like you said, it's I think guys I'm like really good friends with like my cousin. He lives in Florida, and it'll go like 5 years at a time that I don't see him, and then when I go, he comes here, I go there. Like it's been a weekend that we haven't seen each other, and it's just like immediately like we've been hanging out the whole time. And I don't know if maybe girls have that. I don't know. I feel like girls kind of get more lost. They lose that part of themselves when they get into a relationship.
Yeah,
they get a family, and then the family is more their
like unit.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, I definitely also knew a lot of girls that just had nothing but guy friends. Because they're like, oh, they're more drama-free. Everything's on the table. There's no, like... Just like in Mean Girls, they say, like, if guys fight, it's all on the table. And then, you know, we squash it. And we're cool after that.
Right.
And then, you know, if girl fights, it's like espionage. It's freaking Metal Gear Solid over there. Was there anything that you wish was in the film?
I don't know. I think they did a great job showing enough of the monster, but without, like, you didn't miss it. You weren't like, oh, I need more monster.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like some of those Godzilla movies, like, where you're like, Godzilla was in it for like 4 minutes. What the heck?
That's all you needed, Kobe.
But then they also didn't overdo it. They didn't like overplay it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have that too, where they show so much of it that it's like, okay, let's get back to the action.
Yeah. I kind of like I was like, man, I wish this monster was more gross. Instead of them trying to make it look cute. Like Bad Milo. Bad Milo is a cute turd monster.
Yes.
In a way. It's like a pug.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fucking hate pugs. But it's like, all right, if you look at me long enough.
You're like, yeah, he's a turd, but he's cute enough. I'll cuddle with him.
Yeah, exactly, right? This one, I think, did you feel like this is what they were trying to do? Make it kind of cute?
No, it wasn't cute, but yeah, like it gave it facial expressions that made it, that humanized it, I think, instead of just giving it straight spooky face.
Yeah, no, I wanted straight spooky face. I wanted that gross face hugger look.
Right. Yeah.
Like if it was
keep it insect. So that way it's.
Yeah, that way you could be more gross. That like if it was like a face hugger, but it would like hug the neck. Almost feel like a parasite,
right?
Then it's like, oh, that's disgusting, you know. And I think you have more avenues to get a little bit more grosser with the body horror, and that's what I was expecting when I saw the trailers. Oh, this is gonna be a pretty gross body horror. It's gonna be a species like kills,
right?
Like a chest burster, but instead of the chest, it's like the uterus. You know, it's like from the pelvic bone, like. Because I'm gonna let you know right now, honestly, I would have much rather had Haley been the main character of this movie. She was just more fun. She was, I liked her character a lot in here.
I thought I also enjoyed, even though his stint in this movie was very brief, the brother.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was hilarious.
Yeah. Well, like it's a pretty realistic depiction of how a big brother would treat their little sister and her little friends, right? Because he's like, "Oh my god, what do you guys want right now?"
Right.
And then when they stole his car, it's like, "You bitches." Yeah, I like there's like a lot of good moments in this film. Like as you watch it, you know, there's a lot of, it's like almost like British comedy where if you don't pay attention to the background, you'll miss it. Mm-hmm. But it's funny when you pay attention to the background, going about their day and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a hilarity to that simpleness in the comedy for this film. All right, guys, we're getting to our hour. If you guys don't know, and you guys, this is the first time you guys are joining us, thank you. We do our reviews in 4 sections. We have Stream It, DVD It, Blu-ray It, and Ultimate Box Collection. And I feel like you could put an Ultimate Box Collection of this with other movies that are like it. Like maybe like Ginger Snaps. I think that's... Oh, no, that's like a werewolf movie, isn't it?
That's werewolf, yeah.
Oh, then Grabbers.
Right. like
that.
You said, Night of the Creeps.
Night of the Creeps.
Something like that would have been... go well with this. I definitely am probably going to pick this up Blu-ray. I watched a review on it with somebody who got a copy and they watched it on Blu-ray and they said there's a ton of extras. There's a bunch of bloopers. Oh. And he said the bloopers are like funnier than the movie. Oh. He's like, he sold me on the Blu-ray.
See, I feel like if you have that, just put it in the movie. Whatever. This is almost like a sci-fi movie anyway. Just put all the blooper-esque type of things in there, and then I think had that runtime.
I guess it was originally a little short movie with the same actresses.
Okay.
And so then on the Blu-ray they also have the short that this was based off of.
Oh.
So yeah, I probably would have picked this up Blu-ray because I super enjoyed this movie. Okay. But when I hear that there's a lot of cool extras, that sells it for me.
Oh, that kind of sells it for me too. Now that you're telling me all this stuff, you know? I got a couple nieces around this age. Like, watch this. This is gonna happen if you do it.
So you throw this in like box set. It's Teeth.
Oh,
and
then Slither,
and then Little Milo.
Oh, or Bad Milo.
Bad Milo.
Oh yeah, you could do all these things that pop out of your. No, you have Bad Milo, you have this movie, and then you just have a drama about a pregnant woman. They're all parasites.
Yes. Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we want to thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to check out our links down below. It helps out the channel when you shop on Amazon, and if you're gonna do that anyway, might as well use our links and throw 5 cents our way.
Every cent counts.
Yeah, it does.
And certainly we'd love to hear from you guys, and probably the easiest way to hit us up is through our Facebook page. So certainly give us some likes and some shares and make some recommendations and tell us how poorly or how fantastically we rate things. Yeah, definitely. Start an argument. We appreciate it.
All right, guys. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check it out, our theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on her album, Music for Podcast 3, and her Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.